Good day, sir. My name is CARMEN. Today I will be discussing my research title, Assessing the Trade-off between Part-time Jobs and Academic Outcomes Among UUM Students. The balance between work and education is a growing issue as more university students take on part-time jobs nowadays. This trend reflects the need for financial independence due to rising educational costs and gaining work experience. The primary objective of this study is to investigate the relationship between financial factor, time factor, employability factor, and the trade-off between part-time employment and academic success among UUM students. Understanding this topic is important because part-time jobs are increasingly common among UUM students, and their effect on academic performance have significant implications for both students and educators. Moving on to the literature review, this section focuses on prior research and theories related to the four key factors influencing academic performance, which is performance factor, time factor, financial factor, and employability factor. The first, performance factor. This refers to the academic outcome and achievement of students. Studies indicate that students' performance is heavily influenced by their ability to balance work and study. For instance, Ealing and Ealing 2000 found that moderate work schedules support productivity, whereas excessive hours negatively affect academic performance. For time factor, the effective time use is a critical skill for working students and highlights how part-time jobs help students develop time management skills. However, late working hours often result in exhaustion, reducing students' study time and overall productivity. For financial factor, financial stability is a significant motivator for part-time employment. Mori and Leaf would emphasize that financial needs drive students to work, but high levels of stress associated with financial instability can negatively impact their academic outcome. Employability skills such as organizational ability and interpersonal communication are fostered through part-time jobs. Their study found that working students, particularly those employed on campus, engage more in faculty-student interaction, enhancing their employability. These studies provide a foundation for understanding how these four factors collectively impact students' academic performance and employability. The research method employed in this study. This research adopts a quantitative approach to explore the relationship between part-time jobs and academic outcomes. Data was collected through a structured questionnaire distributed to 180 UM students engaged in part-time work. The questionnaire measures four key variables, which is academic performance, the dependent variable, and the three independent variables, which is time factor, financial factor, and employability factors. The methodology was designed to ensure reliability and validity. For instance, the questions was pre-test with a small sample to refine clarity and consistency. Data analysis involved description analysis, independent sample t-test, one-way, ANOVA, and multilinear regression analysis, providing a robust framework to derive meaningful insight into the trade-off faced by students. Descriptive analysis was employed to examine respondents' demographic background. The rate and proportion of every query in the section on demographic have been ascertained through the use of frequency analysis. 58 of the respondents are male, while 122 are female. According to their age, there are 7 respondents aged between 18 to 21, 111 respondents aged between 21 to 23, and 47 respondents aged between 24 to 26, and 15 respondents aged 27 and above. Although our questionnaire was aimed at UUM students, they attend various faculties. There are 30 respondents from CIS, 104 students from COB, and 47 from COVID. Every responder has a distinct current CGPA score. 2 of respondents score 2.0 or below. 20 score between 2.1 to 2.9, 77 score CGPA between 3.0 to 3.5, and 81 students score between 25 to 4.0. Finally, each response has a unique source of funding. 27 respondents received financial assistance from Mara, 109 respondents received financial support from PTPTN, 21 respondents received financial support from other sources, and 23 respondents received financial support from GP. Analysis show the financial stability had the highest mean score, which is 4.19, followed by the employability factor 4.3, time factor 4.03, and performance factor 4.08. This indicates that students prioritize this aspect in their academic and result obtained from independent sample t-tests. We can see that significant value for time factor is 0.256, which is bigger than 10%. The result of the living test show that the assumption of equivalence is met. The significant value for 2Q is 0.004, which is less than 10%. Therefore, there is a significant difference in the trade-off between part-time work and academic outcomes between male and female UUM students based on the time factor. Now, for the financial factor, the significant value is 0.533, which is bigger than 10%. The result of the living test showed that the assumption of equivalence is met. The significant value for total is 0.016, which is less than 10%. Therefore, there is a significant difference in the trade-off between part-time work and academic outcomes between male and female students based on the financial factor. Lastly, the significant value for employability factor is 0.723, which is bigger than 10%. The result of the living test show that the assumption of equivariance is met. The significant value for total is 0.366, which is bigger than 10%. Therefore, there is no significant difference in the trade-off between part-time work and academic outcomes between male and female UUM students based on the employment result obtained from the one-way ANOVA. The p-value for time factor is 0.113, which is larger than 10%. Therefore, there is no significant difference in the trade-off between part-time work and academic outcomes for different primary sources of financial support among UUM students based on the time factor, while the p-value of financial factor is 0.047, which is smaller than 10%. Therefore, there is a significant difference in the trade-off between part-time work and academic outcomes for different primary sources of financial support among UUM students based on the financial factor. Lastly, the p-value of employability factor is 0.110, which is larger than 10%. Therefore, there is no significant difference in the trade-off between part-time work and academic outcomes for different primary sources of financial support among UUM students based on the employability result obtained from the multiple linear regression analysis. For the time factor, the p-value is less than 0.001, which is less than 10% of one t-test. Therefore, the time factor has a significant relationship with performance factors. The financial factor's p-value is 0.000, which is less than 10%. As a result, financial factor has a significant relationship with performance factor. Lastly, the p-value for employability factors was also established to be less than 0.001, which was less than 10%. As a result, employability factor has a significant relationship with performance. Finally, in the discussion and conclusion sector, the findings are interpreted in the context of the research objective and literature. This study confirmed that part-time jobs can foster essential employability skills such as time management and organizational abilities, which positively influence academic performance when work hours are moderate. However, excessive work hours detract from study time and lead to burnout, ultimately harming academic outcomes. The implications of this result are significant for both students and universities. For students, balancing work and study is crucial to harness the benefit of part-time employment without compromising academic success. Universities should consider providing support programs such as time management workshops or flexible academic schedules to assist working students. In conclusion, This research contributes to understanding the trade-off between part-time jobs and academic outcomes among UUM students and underscore the importance of effective time management and institutions. That's all from me. Thank you.